Hi guys, it's Colette, and today we're going to be working on this Patriotic Red, White, and Blue Smooshy Marble for 4th of July. If you'd like to see more nail art, be sure you're subscribed to my channel, My Simple Little Pleasures. And if you'd like to check out some other patriotic designs for 4th of July, make sure to check out my patriotic playlist. But if you'd like to see how I did this design, just stay tuned. Starting out with clean, dry nails, I'm going to be applying my base coat. As usual, I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel-off base, and you can use whichever is your personal favorite. I'm just going to quickly go over the colors before I get started. All the polishes I'm using today are Zoya. I'm using Snow White for my white, which is really very similar to Purity if you have that. For my red, I'm using Livingston, which is probably one of my messiest bottles of polish because it came with a broken bottle that I did get replaced, but it's all covered with gold glitter. And then for my blue, I'm using Mirror Jane. And I had several others that I was considering. Maybe I'll even give you a peek of those in the tests at the end of the video. But I'm going to go ahead and use Snow White as my base color, just to help make sure that the colors really pop and we don't end up with any bald spots. Next, I'm going to protect around my nails with Simply Peel, and oh snap. I think I need to clean off my brush before I do this. Okay, I just did a quick cleanup of the brush, not a full cleanup, but this should let me at least apply it nicer than that big glommy piece. And I'm just gonna go right around the edges of my nails. This isn't as messy as a water marble, so you don't have to go like quite as far down the knuckle or around the underside, but it does help to make the cleanup quite a bit easier. Today I'm going to be using my Moyu clear stamper again, and I'm gonna just lay out some polish right on the stamper. I like this way better than applying the polish on the nails and then smooshing on the nails, but I would also still like to try the applying the polish on something else and then stamping on that and then smooshing on your nails technique, but not today. And I'm trying not to use too much polish, but I am kind of trying to place it so that they touch each other. I was just finding kind of better results that way, and then I'm going to take that whole bit and stamp it on my nail a couple times, and I'm trying not to over smoosh. Wow, that was actually quite a bit of polish for my pinky, because I want the white to still be visibly white, and I'm gonna go ahead and then peel off the latex. Where's the edge? There we go. While this is still wet here. And then if you have a lot of kind of overflow to the edges, another thing you can do to help your final cleanup be a little bit easier is just to clean up a little bit of that with your orange stick. And I'm just getting rid of, like I said, some extra polish. I'm not trying to do like a flawless cleanup this way. Although you could really get into it. I remember even before I discovered brushes, just wrapping a little bit of cotton ball around the edge of the orange stick and using that to clean up. But actually, that's quite a bit of... I'm going to try and get just a little bit more blue down here on the very edge. There, that was kind of messy, but I felt like that was too much white in that area. See if I can scrape that off, but I think you guys get the general idea, and I'm just going to go ahead and repeat that on all of my nails. Finally, I'm going to finish with a top coat, and as usual, I'm using Seche Vite. So here's the finished manicure, and I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Not 100%, but for how tricky these colors were to work with, I'm pretty pleased. The main thing I was kind of having to fight against was I didn't want them to blend together. I didn't want the red and the white to turn pink, and I didn't want the red and the blue to turn purple. So I was kind of trying to minimize how many times I dabbed on my nail, and that's also one of the reasons why I lean toward a little bit maybe more polish than was necessary. I think I mentioned in my last smushy video that there's a really fine line between using too much polish and not enough. But when you use a little bit more, I feel like you get more of the kind of fluid shapes where the polishes are almost pulling against each other. Then if you have less polish, you end up with more of the blotchy patterns, if that makes sense. And I was considering using a different red, white, and blue combination for this. And in fact, maybe I'll even show you guys on my little notebook here. If you can see, this is the combination I ended up going with. Slightly different technique, but same colors. This was a shimmery red and a shimmery blue, and I didn't feel like the blue was really holding up well enough. In fact, I've still got them on my desk here. Let's see what they were. This one right here, the red was Zoya Elisa, which you can see there. And the blue was Zoya Estelle, which you can see here. And I was really quite surprised that Estelle didn't stand up a little better on its own. This one here looks really a lot similar to the other. And I was really disappointed that the holographic didn't show up a little bit more. Even though my recording lights usually wash out hollow a little bit, even under normal light, these weren't as hollow as I wanted, even though the colors that I was using are very definitely filled with a scattered hollow. This was Zoya Dream as the blue, and Zoya Blaze as the red. And you can see, I think, why I chose this color combination over these two. And just to give you a little look at the different results you get depending on the technique, these are the same colors, and the difference is this is the technique I used on my nails, and this was me trying dabbing the colors on a lid and then picking that up with the stamp and then stamping, and I just felt like I wasn't getting good designs in there. Even this is a little bit messy, and I did a little bit more testing to come to the realization that the less I was dabbing, the better in this case. But of course, I'd love to hear what you guys think of this design, if it's something you would rock for 4th of July, or really any time. I mean, you don't have to wait for that particular holiday to wear patriotic colors. Next week, or possibly slightly earlier, I do plan on getting a rainbow design up before the end of Pride Month. So there's that to look forward to. For those of you that really enjoy the peeling, I'm sorry there's not going to be any peel porn today because I plan on uploading this before I'm taking it off. But that will return next video if things go according to plan. But I hope you guys all enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching.